Hello and welcome to the WB Mason Coaches Report on GoHofstra.com. I'm Jim Sheehan, today joined by Hofstra Field Hockey Coach Kathy Angelis. Coach, welcome.
Great being here with you, Jim.
A 1-1 week last week for the Pride. The University of Delaware, ranked 13th, came in and ended our 8-game winning streak, 4-2 defeat of the Pride. Tell us about that game.
Well, I thought we had a great game. We had so many opportunities to score and even up the match. We had the post, we had a shot that went inside the goal, but in the end, we unfortunately we couldn't come out on top. But this was just it was a tremendous game. We played the best we could play. I think we did, and we proved to a lot of people that we're a very strong team, and we're going to be in this tournament. We can be, and we're going to be.
Came close. 2-0, Delaware jumps out to a 2-0 lead, 2-1, 3-2, and then 4-2 final. Carissa Whitmer and Stella Shern with goals for Hofstra. Esme Pete with 2 goals for the Blue Hens. Like you said, you were proud of the effort. What could have been a little different for the Pride that would have made a difference in that game?
Well, when you're in a close game like that, there's critical plays that make critical decisions that it came down to. And we have been talking about those type of critical situations, and they did happen in the 2 circles. And you've got luck, you've got discipline. There's so many different adjectives I could probably use to say what happened in the 2 circles. But again, when you're playing a team like Delaware and it's in the CAAs, critical plays can be the difference. And unfortunately, that was the difference. But on a positive note, it came down to, just inches away from having a win with this team. So I'm really, really proud of the performance. I'm proud of how we performed for 70 full minutes, and we've been working so hard. We've got a very talented team this year, and so there's no there's no shock at how well we've played. We've been playing very well all year.
You bounce back on Sunday and host the Tigers of Towson, a 9-0 win for the Pride. Simka Shern, 3 goals. Freshman Samantha Schlegel with 2 goals and an assist. 6 players with goals for the Pride. You have to be proud with spreading out the offense and a great performance by the Pride.
Oh, certainly. It's exciting, number one, when you see different players score, and we've been seeing that in every single game. Where we have the Zimkas, and we have Stella and Claudia Marin-Samper, and those are our consistent big-time scorers, obviously. But we have a lot of players who can score, and Sam has done a great job. She's such a dynamic player in the circle. She's a prolific goal scorer, and she adds such a spark when she goes in there. So it's really been exciting to see her come off the bench and knock goals in her first CAA games. We're really, really excited about her potential.
Redshirt sophomore Lauren Altis makes her 2nd start of the year, 2nd win of the year, a shutout, Hofstra's first shutout of the year. Not really tested, only 2 shots as the Pride outshot the Tigers 44-3, and
right.
Another big disadvantage. That game could have been worse. Towson's goalies made 24 saves in that contest,
yeah.
and some of them were unbelievable. Just tell us how proud you are of the team persistently pushing a great offense to protect the defense.
Right. Well, it always starts in defense, and your goalkeeper is huge. And it was excellent and exciting to see Lauren Altis come in, and she hasn't had a lot of minutes since early on in the season. But for her to come in with all the confidence that she had, she had a great 2 saves, as you said, but. I think her leadership and her communication was very valuable too. Obviously, you're only getting 2 shots, so you're not tested that much. But again, stepping in and playing 70 minutes and having the leadership for that whole game was great, and it's exciting to see. It's as a coach to have 2 great goalkeepers. I think it's just a dream. So we're excited that she came in and was able to have a wonderful performance.
Now you're off until October 23rd when you head up to Northeastern. And then you come back home for the final home game of the season against Drexel, Senior Day on the 25th. What will you do between now and the Northeastern game as you prepare for the stretch run for the conference tournament?
Well, this has been we've had a very aggressive schedule. I don't think anyone can deny that as far as the number of games that we have had in this past 2 months. And that being said, it's such a perfect time for us to be able to recover and really recharge. I think it's something that's needed. We've got midterms. This is such a great time to have this bye week, and we're going to take full advantage of that. Going back to the fundamentals, we're able to work on set pieces. We have a lot of time to work on those situations, which are really, those are the critical situations, and this is the time we can do that. And when you have such an aggressive schedule that we've had, that you don't have as much practice time because you're just one game preparing for the next, and you're in a lot of recovery during those times. So that's what we're going to use the next 10 days for.
And CA standings shaping up now. James Madison on top 4-0, Delaware 2-1, Hofstra and Drexel at 1-1, William and Mary right behind it 1-2, Northeastern 1-2. Obviously that Northeastern game is going to be huge.
Sure.
And then Towson wrapping up the standings at 0-3. You got 2 big weekends coming up, and
Yeah.
How good are you feeling going into these final 2 weekends?
Well, we're very confident. We know that we are talented enough to win and to be in the conference championship. I don't think anyone can deny that. There's a lot of great teams in this conference that are. There's a lot of parity in the top 3 teams, top 4 teams, and what happened to us last year from being number 1 at one point, number 2, and then being bumped just out of the top 4 by 1 goal. These are going to be the differences. These are going to be the factors that go into these final games. Is those critical plays, and can we overcome those, and can we come up with the critical play on our end? So those are a lot of the mental side of the game that we're going to work hard in practice and try to assimilate as much as those situations as we can during the practice time that we have, so we're as prepared as we possibly can. And that's the mental side of the game, because physically, tactically, technically, we're there, and that's going to be the difference maker.
Good. Well, enjoy this week off, and then good luck next week. We'll talk to you again next week before the Northeastern and Drexel games, and have a good week.
Great, thanks, Jim.
And thank you for watching WB Mason Coaches Report on GoHofstra.com.